Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we got to talk about a few things as it pertains to our Philadelphia Eagles. But the main topic of this video is Devonta Smith, who made a special appearance on the I Am Athlete podcast talking about the top 10 wide receivers. He starts with top 5, then he falls back to top 10, but he also talks about the Super Bowl. It's a controversy topic that he spoke about as it pertains to the Super Bowl. We break it all down, but before we play the intro, I have to show you this tweet I made. All-pro quarterback throwing to an all-pro wide receiver. Not many duos can say that. That is the luxury. All-pro QB, all-pro wide receiver, and they're going to get better in 2023.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast, and today we got a lot to get into, but before we do that, Eagle Nation, help your boy out and hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and ding the bell so you can join notification family, know when we drop videos, go live, all that good stuff. I want to put this shirt on because I got the new setup. You can see the camera's more crisp, but the backdrop of the city of Philadelphia on my Philly Dog shirts is neon blue / greenish, and so I still got the whole green screen problem. But listen, get your Philly Dog shirt, and don't forget to check out the Philly Dog hats. Same lettering, you can wear it with or without. Philly Dog Midnight Green, Philly Dog Kelly Green, whatever you like better. I like them both, so I'm going to have to cop both of them. Link will be in the description, and you can find it at the top of the comment section pinned. Let's get into it. Devonta Smith said he definitely thinks he's a top 10 wide receiver on I Am Athlete podcast. It started out by referring that Hopkins don't really get mentioned in the top wide receivers and blah, 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 blah. So they asked him, do you think you're a top 5? And Devonta Smith came out and said he believes he's going to get to that top 5 state, but he has to accomplish more. He said there's so many good wide receivers in this league, and I agree. I think as it pertains to wide receivers, there's more dogs than we ever seen. Like, there's not just 10 good ones. There's a lot of great wide receivers, and guess what? On Go Talk, we're going to have our QB list. We're going to have our wide receiver list. We're going to have our running back list, right? We'll compare them to others. That will be coming very shortly. However, once they said top 10, he said, I'm definitely in the top 10. Slay co-signed it. A couple other NFL players co-signed it. And let's just break it down like this. Let's look at the top 10 wide receivers as it pertains to receiving yards. And that's what a lot of receivers get judged off. Not touchdowns, not receptions or targets, but receiving yards. Because if you get the targets, you're going to get the yards, right? It comes hand in hand. A.J. Brown was number 4 in the NFL as it pertains to receiving yards. And Devonta Smith was number 9. So you can make an argument that he's top 10 just off his receiving numbers, right? Number 9 in the NFL. Again, the wide receivers in this league, there's a lot of great ones. But I do believe when I do my list, Devonta Smith is going to crack it. If he doesn't, he's 11 or 12. But he's between 12 and 8 on my list as it pertains to wide receivers going into 2023. Let me know your thoughts. Is Devonta Smith the top 10? Right now, I'm saying yes. Once I see the whole list, does he bump at number 10? Does he bump out to 11? Does he bump to 9? You can argue them scenarios. I believe you can argue it. But yes, Devonta Smith, 9th in the NFL in yards. And what did he do in the Super Bowl when it matters? 100-plus yards, outplayed AJ. He was a baller. Now, let's hear what he has to say about it, right? So, Eagle Nation posted this, and this is what he said supposedly, and I went and watched it. So, yes, he did say this, right? Devonta Smith says he feels the turnover is what cost the Eagles the Super Bowl. Turnovers in general, he says, are bad, right? I feel like that's why we lost. As an offense, we gave up 7 points. Ultimately, that was the difference in the game. And look, a lot of people who don't like us, the ops, are saying, look, he's blaming Jalen Hurts. That is not true, right? If you remember, right after the Super Bowl loss, right, Jalen Hurts himself came out and tried to blame himself with the fumble, this, that, and the third, giving up 7 points to 7 points. But I'm going to go deeper, but this is my initial thought. I'm okay with him saying this. Jalen Hurts himself talked about the fumble. Offensive guys who are good are going to hold their side of the ball accountable. Why is he going to throw the defense or the special teams under the bus? Both were bad in the second half. We were still leading, but 7-7, although Jalen Hurts balled out. Smitty's not saying that Jalen Hurts didn't have one of the best Super Bowl performances. He's saying, yes, ultimately, you have a chance to score 7, you give up 7. That's a big factor. Now, we were leading. Quez dropped it. Bad special teams. Horrible run defense. Horrible defense in general as it pertains to what Jonathan Gannon was calling in the red zone in that whole second half. Mahomes only had one incompletion, and he threw it away. So, look, I understand that fully. That play was big, 7-7. And so I like the fact that he's holding the offense accountable, as Jalen did, as any great player would. And Smitty did have 100-plus yards in the Super Bowl. He's a dog. I have nothing against what he said here. He's not saying that Jalen Hurts didn't put him in every situation to continue to have the lead and win the game. He did. He's the one who scored the touchdown with his legs, went for 2, tied it up, and then the defense let him down. At the end of the day, a play that happens in the second quarter is not going to be as impactful as a play that happens in the third or fourth. The later the game goes on, the more impactful the plays are. And although it was a 7-point swing, we still had the lead. We still got the ball multiple times. He still did things with the ball. Ultimately, it came to a tying touchdown. You got to get one stop. And it was a big-time run by Pacheco, a big-time run by Pat Mahomes that sealed the deal. So I ain't mad. It's getting taken out of context as if he's saying, Jalen Hurts costed us a Super Bowl. That play hurt us. But without Jalen Hurts' performance, we don't have a chance to win that Super Bowl. 300-plus yards, rushing touchdown, multiple passing touchdowns. You've seen it. I don't even remember how many rushing yards, probably 50-plus. He was the man. But I'm okay with Smitty saying this. Jalen Hurts will tell you the same thing. I should have never fumbled. But you got 300 yards and you did this. Jalen Hurts is not going to look at what he did great. He's going to look at the one mistake he made and want to be better. He's not going to blame the run defense, the field, the special teams, the DC, the drop. There was a boatload of things. I ain't mad at this saying, but I'm not going to let people take it out of context. That's pretty much where I'm at on that. Let me know your thoughts on it. Before we get up out of here, I do want to talk about this. My guy, Jimmy Smith, was saying it yesterday in the live stream, and Victor Williams put it up today. I took some time to think about it. Victor Williams said, in my conclusions, the league had to make up a new rule because of one player, Hassan Reddick. Listen, rule change, as the San Francisco 49ers were complaining. Now you can hold a third quarterback on your roster without it counting against your 53. If they had another bum quarterback to come in, that wouldn't have changed the game. But yes, Hassan Reddick breaking not one, but breaking 2 quarterbacks now allows NFL teams to hold 3 quarterbacks. This guy took 2 quarterbacks out of a hour game, a 4-quarter game, and now there's a new rule. Shout out to Hassan Reddick, one of the best guys in a top 3, top 5 pass rusher in the NFL, and he's only getting better. He's just getting started. That's not my words. That's his words himself. And if you look at what he's been able to do as a full-time pass rusher, and he's not still a full-time pass rusher because Gannon did drop him back a little bit, it's mind-blowing. Nobody has more sacks than him in the last 3 or 4 years. It's crazy what he was able to do with different teams and stuff like that. But the last team he played for, the team he's going to play for again this year, Philly, he had 16. And it's only going to go up. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section as it pertains to Smitty Top 10. Just the beautifulness of the guys on the field together, all pro to all pro. Help your boy out. Hit that like button. It's free. It's easy. It don't cost a thing. Subscribe, ding the bell, all that good stuff. Remember I told y'all last night in my video I'm a little sick? Yes, I feel worse today. But do all that stuff. Make sure you check out the Midnight Green Philly Dog hat. Check out the Kelly Green Philly Dog. And let me know how y'all feel about the shirts and all that. Link in the description. I'm losing my mind. I don't feel good. Until next time, you know what time it is. We out. Peace.